Thank you very much, Joe. We are indeed happy to be joined by We Will Failer, actually, for the first time in the summer split here in the LCS. Of course, we've already seen you playing last year when you were on Lemon Dogs. How has it been coming back into the LCS and gelling with this team?
Well, it's really awesome. I mean, like in Lemon Dogs, it was completely different. Like, it was a really different scenario. It was my first time. And with these guys, it's like everything feels right. They wanted me to join the team instead of like just making it myself. And yeah, that feels really awesome.
How has it been transitioning for you and the team, considering you did replace Mixer from the spring split now to the summer split? What's the vibe like in the team, and how did you adjust?
Well, me and Rallas have played before together, so it wasn't really a hard transition for me. Like, we had to just learn to play together on the bot lane, get used to each other again. But before the rest, like, the team had a straight plan. I gave my input on the plans, and it was really easy to just fit in.
Let's focus on this game. You mentioned that synergy with Mr. Ral, and you also mentioned to us before, I didn't do that good in the early game here, and also SUPA was just really aggressive.
Yeah, I don't know, like the early game was a bit hard for us. We did a really good early game, but then they out-rotated us to bottom, and they dived us, and we lost advantage, and Rallas was like 2 levels behind. I was not really capable of doing anything, because Edwards Gragas was like awesome, so yeah, it was really hard for us.
I want to ask you a little bit about that. During the spring split, if Mr. Rolls didn't have a good game, then the SUPA crew wouldn't win. This game, Mr. Rolls was average. He really didn't shine, but the rest of the team seemed to step up and carry. Selfie in particular has had a very good week. What is it about this game that allowed the other members of the team to help you win?
Well, it's basically we have a straight plan, and with everyone stepping up, Impaler stepping up really big compared to last season, Selfie getting more used to being on the stage, that's really helping us. It's not about Rallas carrying or me doing good plays, it's everyone doing their part of the strategy.
Well, no, do not sell yourself short, because your Thresh is really good, and it was instrumental again, because it went quite late again. So tell me how you guys were able to close it out, and why is it always so close for you guys?
Well, this game we picked up like, we knew we did some mistakes, and we wanted to put them, like, we do our plan that we wanted to do instead of just like making mistakes, and we said like, yeah, now we need to do this, we need to do that, get good wards, and then in the end it was like, okay, a good hook, we can engage, and then when we got ahead, it was just easy because we could just say, okay, just stick together, push out the lane, go mid, get the inhibitor, and yeah, it was good.
If we step back from today's games and the games in general, what is yours and Super Hot Crew's goals? Do you feel Worlds is a very real possibility, or are you just playing to survive?
We're playing to win every game. We're not playing to be first, to second, to third. It doesn't matter. We just want to be happy with our performance and get better. It doesn't matter if we get Worlds or not, but of course everyone wants to go to Worlds. So,
what would be the trick? What would Super Hot Crew need to do in your mind to qualify as one of the top 3 teams to go to Worlds?
Keep up doing like we're doing now. Just everyone looks at their mistakes, looks at their individual mistakes, looks at our team mistakes, and just be able to talk about it. If we can keep doing that, then no one goes mad over mistakes, and we can just work on them really well, I think we'd actually do it.
If we then take a look at the other teams, obviously you played a lot of players and teams already when you came into the LCS the first time. What would you say are the strongest teams right now, and the ones you should be most wary of in that race for Worlds?
I think definitely Alliance and SK, they're playing really well. Their team synergy is going as they want it to be. They have the picks every game, so they're out-rotating most of the teams. So I think they're definitely the ones that gonna contend the spot.
I want to ask a question about those 2 teams. We know SK have got some analysts, the sports psychologists in the background. Alliance seem to be improving in their macro game. They've got these 2 mystery analysts that they refuse to name at this point in time. We know that Super Hot Crew has an analyst as well. How are you interacting with your team analyst, and how does he actually help your team?
Well, he tells us individual things about like runes and masteries if we need it. And as well, he's helping us with the strategies, which comp we're gonna go. And then the most important thing is that after scrims, we just look into our replay together with him. And he's saying, okay, here you made a movement mistake. Here you could have moved to bottom instead. Here you moved, for example, back into the lane instead of going into the jungle. Here you missed to put a ward. That's the things that he's doing the most.
And how is life like in general? I think I recall that you guys didn't have a gaming house back with the Lemon Dogs. Now you're living with these guys in a house. I saw a very disturbing tweet of Impaler 2 weeks ago, I think, of something written on the bathroom wall. But how has it been living with this guy? It seems like a fun bunch.
Yeah, it's fun. These guys are awesome, and like, Yeah, you gotta imagine like 5 guys like us living in a house that just.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is.
All right, well, keep up the good work and thank you very much. Now we're going to send it back over to Joe and the Fish Show for a look at the table.